Our objective is to have a network that is high performance, high availability, with nodes that are actually working properly in the system. So how do we ensure this? We incentivize the nodes that are performing adequately. So if you just got NIM tokens, there is a number of things you can do. So the first thing you can do is that you can set up a node and run a node. So when you're running a mixed node, you're actually being part of the infrastructure. So you're helping provide privacy to anybody who wants to use NIM. And because you're doing work for providing this service, you're also rewarded for the service. With an amount of NIM, you can register a node, and then once you register the node, you're able to be part of the infrastructure, and when you are actually providing the service, you get rewarded for it. The other thing you can do with your NIMs is that you can delegate them to someone else who's running a node. We will have a list of nodes that are operating. So as somebody who has like an amount of NIM and would like to stake it on a node, to delegate it to a node, you can look at the nodes, you can look at their performance, you can look at their description, you can look at a number of information about the node and pick the node you want to delegate to. And then once you have delegated to this node, when this node is working and is working properly, it will receive some rewards. And as a person who's delegating to the node, you will receive a share, a part of these rewards that are given to the node. We conceptualize the total amount of stake that is on a node as reputation. So by total amount of stake, I mean both the stake that is pledged or bonded by the node operator, as well as the stake that other people, third parties, are delegating to the node. The node reputation is the amount of stake on the node. It has a maximum, so there is a point at which the node reaches maximum reputation, and there is no point in staking more on it. This is something we do to ensure that the stake is not concentrated on just one node or a few nodes, but actually distributed among a sufficient number of nodes. We take this total stake as reputation. The more reputation a node has, the more chances it has to be selected. So we are expecting to have an excess of node candidates. So more people will be proposing nodes to run the service than are actually needed to provide the service. So what the system does is that it selects these nodes to run randomly with sampling, but this weight of being selected is proportional to reputation. So a high reputation node will be selected very frequently to serve in the system, while a low reputation node will be selected less frequently to work in the system. Now, once a node is selected to work in the system, then we are also measuring the performance of this node, and if the node has a good performance, then it will be rewarded, accordingly to the reputation it has and to the performance it has. If the node has a bad performance or the node has a lower reputation, then the rewards are lower. As a delegator, you maximize the returns that you get when you support nodes that have high reputation and are high performance. And if you're delegating to nodes that, for example, have bad performance, then you will be earning fewer rewards than you could, which will encourage you as a delegator to move your stake to delegate and support some other node that is better. So by having this kind of dynamic, we are expecting that the system will end up with most of the stake supporting the best performing nodes, because this is the way that everybody maximizes the returns that they have in the system. The node operators will maximize the returns when they have a lot of people delegating to them and when they have very high performance, and the people delegating will maximize the returns when they are supporting very high performance nodes that also are high reputation.